এটা এভারগ্লেড ন্যাশনাল পার্ক কি কুম্ভীরকে দেখিব উই আর এক্সাইটেড রুই এইটি গোটে এলিগেটর ଅଛି রুই আই সি ওয়ান এলিগেটর হিयर
iguana. Oh, alligator park रे तर मजा चलछि एबे alligator park रे छुआ पर एक्साइटेड एबे चालू हमें alligator feeding पे alligator feeding हबो देखिला रुही
We saw red-footed tortoises and birds and rhinoceros, iguana and ducks and more parrots and if someone falls in that pond, they're done for.
ए जो गोटे जो फूल भरी नाम में जन था जो कुंभी रही है जोटा सही पड़िया लागुनी ना ना से पानी रे देखो केति के अछंदी
If someone
ए माने त माने फूल अछंदी
Mama.
ना 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 से माने पूरा टांका फूल थिले
They
एक्साइटेड
were frozen. I thought them were fake, but then that one started moving.
I'm going to be feeding some of these alligators here today. Here in this pond, there's over 250 alligators. This is our breeding pond. For every one male alligator, there's at least 5 to 7 females. The reason for that, one male alligator can cover several different females throughout the entire mating season. Also, male alligators are very territorial. In order for us to reduce the fights between the males, we have to minimize the amount of males that are in the pond. The majority of the alligators you're looking at right now, female alligators. If you're trying to find the difference between a male and a female, it's going to be the size. Male alligators get much bigger than female alligators. Those two alligators, those two big ones that just walked out of the pond, those are male alligators for sure. There's smaller ones in the middle, more than likely females. Another big male right here. You never want to be in the water with an alligator. Because if you're in the water with an alligator, the only thing the alligator might see is your little head above the water. And the alligator might mistake your tiny little head as a small bird, small duck, maybe even a small mammal like a rat. The alligator will approach you in the water, more than likely attack you, take you under the water, drown you, and once under the water, the alligator will finally realize it cannot swallow your full body. Alligators will never go after anything and try to eat it if the alligator can see how big it is. If the alligator knows it cannot swallow something whole, it's not going to go after it and try to eat it. Human beings are not on the menu for alligators, guys, but being in the water with one, your chances of getting attacked goes up a lot more. If you're not from Florida, you want to go for a swim, you might want to stick to the pools, the beaches. Leave the lakes and the canals to the alligators, guys. Then you're probably wondering, one small bucket of rats, is that going to be enough to feed all of these alligators? It is not. Alligators are cold-blooded animals. They do not have to eat every single day like us, like mammals. Alligators can go long periods of time without food if they need to. A full-grown alligator out in the wild, if it's having trouble finding food, alligators can shut their bodies down and go anywhere between 2 and 3 years without food. But not these alligators here. These alligators are very well fed. Once a month we dump in over 1,000 pounds of meat. We use beef, chicken, pork, fish, farm-raised rats, and 1,000 pounds of meat once a month. That is more than enough to feed all of the alligators in this pond. Alligators can also jump around 2/3 of their body size in and out of water. If you have an airboat coming up, just something to think about. What happens if an alligator jumps onto your airboat? The best thing to do is you're going to want to grab the person sitting next to you and throw them in front of you.
ଏବେ alligator feeding ସରିଲା କଣ ତାପରେ ଅଛି
रुहिर क्वेश्चन ଅଛି alligator ଉପରେ ଯାଇଛି ପଚାରିବା
ଗାଇଡ ଚଟା ହଉଛି क्वेश्चन Ruhi you have any question you have any question you have any question
Yes, you had a question? Go ahead. Will they fight? From time to time, they will fight with each other. Male alligators are territorial, especially right now during the breeding season. So right now, this time of the year, the male alligators, you're going to see a lot of fights here. But usually in the morning time is when they're real active. First thing in the morning, like around 7, between 7 and 10, they're very active. The males are screaming, and they do what is called a bellowing. It's like a mating call for the alligators. It sounds like a loud engine roaring in the water. If you were to hear that out in the Everglades in the wild, you're by yourself, you'd be terrified. But yeah, that's their mating call, also like a territorial thing that the alligators do. The bigger males to show their dominance. But yeah, they will fight here from time to time. But after this month, they're gonna calm down. Most of the alligators you see nice and calm, just like the ones that you see laying down right over here. Yeah, but overall, they're not that bad. Like I said, in the beginning of the show, most of the alligators in here are females, and that's how we are able to prevent, the alligators from swinging each other all the time.
okay thank you so let's go for so what was the question
Do the alligators fight?
there was a fight so okay he answered right
Yeah, because they look very big.
yeah so male is the bigger one or the female are
Males should grow big. The males are very big, like daddies. Yes.
daddies
Yes, like daddies.
hey
Daddies are fat and big.
daddies are hey Okay.
Mommies are small and nice.
mommy is small and nice
Yeah.
okay I
And
understand
daddies are big and fat. Yeah.
so let's go
That's the best. Thank you.
अब alligator पाई ready करू
Are there alligators in here?
यार माइक भी will see alligator माइक कोडी बसती yeah I'm putting
And your phone's gonna get wet. Y'all guys are gonna get wet.
let us see कौन होଉଛି alligator I'm scared
I'm scared.
let us see
We like that. And then on top
full
of
speed
it, on top of it, excuse me, we're actually the trail that we're gonna be using, like meaning us.
What's with the hats?
That was my next. Those that hang on to.
Boat over.
बे बोट टाको एमते आ भितर नेकी जिवे आ भितर कुंभीर बाहरिबे ना लेट अस सी कोडी कुंभीर अछंदी नॉट अ सिंगल कुंभीर व्हाट इज द कुंभीर सुधी का डोंगा रे
What if the alligators took the boat over?
आसर तो बोट
What if the alligators took the boat over?
Look, there is no, it's taken. alligator ଦେଖିଲୁ କୁମ୍ଭୀର। See, going. छोट छोट alligator अछन ना छोट छोट कुम्भीर गुलु देखिलु गुलु आस स्नेक आइलैंड कोड अछि या वी आर गोइंग टू स्नेक आइलैंड रिमेम्बर देखे देखे पैरट्स देखिजु आइलैंड देयर आर टू पैरट्स देयर आर टू पैरट्स देयर इज a it's because hard been see I can't believe.
Right here in South Florida, this is the only place in the world where you can find alligators and crocodiles living together. We have the American alligator and the American crocodile right here in the Everglades. We're going to put the baby alligator away, moving on to something much bigger now. The techniques I'm going to be showing today. These get a hold of the alligator's jaws first. What do you guys think? Go for the jaws? No, you're right. The bite force of an alligator this size, close to 3,000 pounds per square inch, and that is more than enough power to crack bones and even crush open turtle shells. So no, I'm not going to go for the jaws, we're going to go for the tail. So if you screamed out tail, you are right. It is a lot safer for me. And no worries, dragging the alligator by the tail does not harm the alligator. The alligator I'm using today, this is a male alligator. Around 20 years old. Just a little bit over 220 pounds. This alligator is 10 times stronger than me. Nothing that I'm doing today is harming or hurting this alligator. Alright guys, watch closely. I'm going to see if I can get him to open up those jaws.
भाई alligator धीरे-धीरे मुंह खोल लानी
There we go. Alright guys, now watch closely. Got a little bit of sand here in my hand. Anything that touches the inside of the alligator's mouth when the jaws are open like that, the alligator's going to slam those jaws shut right away. The bite force, the flowing back to replace the missing one. Alligators can go through around 2,000, 3,000 sets of teeth throughout their entire lifespan. If you look closely to the back of the alligator's throat, you can see that it's sealed shut. The back of the alligator's throat is called the glottis. The glottis is used when the alligator grabs its prey outside of the water, drags its prey back into the water, drowns its prey but not drown itself. Hold it a little bit closer to the base. There you go. Hold it tight. Hold the base of the tail right closer to the legs. There you go. And hold it tight right there because that's where all his power is, right there at the tail. So if you hold the tail tight, he's not going to be able to squirm around like that. When you're done, you can just hand him off. Alright, there you go guys, I got one more. One on the tail, one right here under the front legs.
ଏକା ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଧର କିଛି ନାହିଁ ଧର ହୋଲ୍ଡ ଇଟ୍ ଫଟୋ
You got one right here, one on the shelf.
ତା ମୁହଁ ବନ୍ଧା ହେଇଯିବ ଆବେ
Grab.
Like, oh, man.